just doing some Flash games today. Hell, it's over 22 years old. How bad could it be?
I need coke. Please give me some. I haven't got any money, but I can pay you with a nude pic showing my perfect body in action.
Well, it was nice while it lasted.
Or Sam.
I pinch.
Alright, so today I'm going to be talking about these 3 Flash games that I played when I was a teenager. Yeah, a teenager. Pimp's Quest, Jack's Adventure, and Frank's Adventure. Now, before we begin, I want to get into some background, some RSAM lore. Yeah, I played these games on the school computer when I was in high school. Yeah, the high school computer. You know that scene, that episode of South Park where Mr. Mackey is trying to teach the kids how to do a basic anything on the computer, and the kids are all playing Call of Duty like they have no issue knowing how to do anything on the computer, and Mr. Mackey is a bumbling buffoon? That's basically how it was in our high school trying to teach us Microsoft Word when me and my buddy were getting around the school censors to play adult content games on the computer, almost right in front of everybody else. Now, I'm not saying that was a good thing. I don't want minors exposed to adult content. What I am saying is that wasn't a problem of censorship, it was a problem of adult supervision. But it's in the past now. Anyway, I started thinking about these games about a week ago and I couldn't think of what they were called. And finally I remembered, and I thought it was something called Frank's Quest. See, I was conflating the 2 games, Pimp's Quest and Frank's Adventure. So I said, hey, Frank's Quest. So I looked on YouTube for Frank's Quest, and well, it wasn't under that, but I did find this random YouTube channel by the name of Frank's Quest. So I clicked on it, and it's this random guy here saying he wants to start a vlog channel, but it looks like he gave up before he even got started. So I gave him a like and a subscribe, and I hope you'll do the same for this video, and I hope you'll do the same for Frank, because I want Frank to keep going. Frank, don't give up, and I want you all to go there, please, and subscribe and give Frank your love.
Frank needs your help! Frank needs your help!
Alright, so I'm clearly just messing around, but that goes for any of y'all that are a small channel. Drop a comment below so I can follow your small channel, and then we all can. Now, if your video sucks, I might unsubscribe, but hey, let's help each other out. But anyway, I've screwed around long enough. Let's get on with the main video. Alright, our first game is Pimp's Quest by Ben Spurgeon. Now, keep in mind, I found all of these games on Newgrounds. You could probably find them anywhere Flash games are on the internet right now, but this game was released on Newgrounds in 2002. Yeah, 2002. Holy crap. But pause. Everybody, just pause everything real quick. I just want to point out the mind-blowing fact that some of y'all out there are listening right now that are full-grown adults that can drink that were born after 9/11. I mean, that just blows my damn mind. Oh my god, folks, you never know. Oh my god. Anyway. Yeah, exactly what I thought. Anyway, before the game begins, you're given a bit of a tutorial as well as a character list and an intro. So, the character list will give you all of the characters you'll meet in the game. Frankenblow, Knuckles, Nog from the Dumpster, Rudy Youngblood, and of course our hero, Hooch Pandersnatch. Glorious. That is, what a glorious name. The best video game heroes of all time for sure. What? Mario, Sonic the Hedgehog, Hooch Pandersnatch. He looks like a fit version of Ricky from Trailer Park Boys. Now guys, I'm just screwing around here. Obviously this is a low budget Flash game, but I just love this. This is amazing. This is peak. This gaming peaked back then. No wonder things aren't getting any better now. As the game begins, we find our hero Hooch under attack by a gang member known as Rudy Youngblood. We never find out why exactly Rudy's after him, but it doesn't really matter. You play this quick time event mode, which is pretty easy. I screwed up once, but it's not hard. Honestly, you play this quick time event mode, and at the end of it, if you're successful, you blow Rudy's brain. I mean, you Minecraft Rudy, and I mean, damn, right? It's. But anyway, once you're done with that, you you're like, oh, well, I guess I won the fight. Hooch then immediately loots his, deceased body and takes an empty syringe because that's a normal thing to do, and the game begins. So there's 4 levels in this game, or 4 checkpoints if you want to call it that. 2 of them are action, that's one of them we just did, and another one we're going to get to, but the majority of this game is sort of a puzzler. It's one of those like, where do I go, grab this item, use this item on that. It's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, that's not hard. It takes a little while because you get lost on the map, but it's not difficult at all, really. There are some bad endings you can get, which, yeah, I should have put this on the bad ending iceberg. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. This guy here tells you screwed up by, unaliving this guy, but that's not going to matter at all, right? So anyway, Hooch walks around, just you have no idea what exactly you're supposed to do, and then you roll up on this dumpster where, guess what, there's a crazy man inside of. He tells you, hey, I'm not talking to you unless I get some booze. Well, I just unalived this big-time gang member, old man, so you might want to watch your fucking mouth. But anyway, you give him some booze, and he then offers to give you money if you can find him a lady of the evening, let's call her, Yolanda, which, yeah, perfect name for a lady of the evening, right? Now, the old man living in the dumpster takes pity on us, yeah, think about that for a second, and gives you a coin to take the bus, and you're on your way. This leads us to the next part of the game, which is an action stage, which is, I swear, the hardest part of the game. So you get on the bus, real pimp thing to do, by the way, where you get chased down by Rudy's fellow gang members that want to gun you down. The bus driver drives like it's no big deal, by the way. I guess we're just living in Chicago or something. Anyway, I swear this is the hardest part of the game. If you watch me play, it looks like I suck, but I'm really trying as hard as I can here. The game just decides when it wants to allow you to hit the enemy. Sometimes you don't even get sound effects. It just cuts out, so you don't even know if you actually are firing. I kept dying over and over, and finally, I guess I just got lucky. I was able to pass this stage, but damn it, that was the hardest part. So watching back the footage now, it looks like I was supposed to shoot out the tire and not the person. Well, how the hell was I supposed to know? Well, anyway, when you finally get off the bus, it's pretty hilarious because the bus is covered in bullet holes and he just drives off like it's just another day. We must be in Detroit or something. Anyway, you try to go immediately to the club where your lady friend is waiting, but the bouncer says it'll be $5 or he'll smash your face in. I mean, that's pretty cheap to bribe a bouncer to a club, right? $5? I mean, damn. Alright then, well, our aspiring pimp has absolutely not even 1/4 to his name, so he has to go and be a real thug and beat down a parking meter for $1 and change. Guys, again, I know I'm being critical, but it's entertaining. This game, it's a lot of fun, but I mean, come on, Hooch. What are you doing, dog? Anyway, this is the longest part of the game. It's not really hard, but if you make a mistake, you have to go all the way back to the start of the level. And let me tell you, damn, that is frustrating. I was so ready to be done with this by the time it's not a bad game, but by the time I was done, I was so glad to be done with it. Anyway, you walk around, the map is confusing as hell, trying to figure out what the hell to do to get money. So you find a hammer unattended and you use it to beat the parking meter like I said before. But what do you do with that? Well, what you're supposed to do is take it to the donut shop and buy a donut. If you spend the money somewhere else beforehand, you're screwed and you have to start over. Thankfully, the game developer included a way for him to unalive himself, so you can just start over from there. Anyway, you're supposed to buy a donut. Why do you buy a donut? Well, you're supposed to go to this tall English-looking dude, and he's going to tell you, hey, if you deliver these drugs for me, I'll give you a cut. Now, I remember being a young man playing this game, and I forgot to give this guy his money back, and you get a bad ending if that happens. Hell, this should be on the bad ending iceberg. You want to know what that looks like? Well, I've already redone this level like 5 times. I'm not going to figure it out, so whatever. Find out for yourself. Anyway, you go to deliver drugs, which by the way, you're totally broke. You deliver drugs to these two guys in an alley who give you hundreds of dollars because yeah, these two these two broke guys that are drug addicts living in cardboard boxes, they're doing better financially than you are, the aspiring pimp, but whatever. You go take the money back to the dealer and he gives you his cut and you're good. You then use the money to go buy a purple suit. Yeah, a suit, straight up. And which is admittedly pretty cool looking, I'm not gonna lie. The rest of the money you use to bribe the bouncer, and then with the suit on, you're able to get in. Now you're then supposed to talk to who you believe Yolanda is. Well, I'm not gonna say anything, but it shouldn't be hard to figure out. Well, but anyway, so I immediately talked to this Japanese schoolgirl looking one because you know how I am. And if you get it wrong twice, you have to start the entire mission over again. Like, what the hell? You can't let me try to mac on some honeys? What the God dog. Anyway, real pimps get kicked out on their ass in the club. Anyway, you talk to Yolanda and you convince her to come back with you to the dumpster, which is conveniently moved 5 feet away from the club. And you convince her to get in the dumpster with this old man as he screws her on top of, again, probably used batteries and diapers and needles and banana pills and stuff. And after that, he pays you money. Yolanda then follows you around and says, oh, you're a pimp, you need some wheels. So then, like the pimp you are, you decide to use the hanger to break into somebody's car and try to steal it. Or at least you try to, but you can't do it unless you have a screwdriver. Because real pimps gotta go in, the hardware store and buy a screwdriver. You then use the screwdriver to unlock the car and drive it off, and that's the end of the game. Now, I know I was critical of it, but again, I'm just having fun here, guys. Relax. But I just remember it being so much better as a teenager, right? But I don't know, for a project that not a lot of people put together, this was great, and I really applaud them. I hope they're doing well in whatever their endeavors are now. But yeah, Pimp's Quest. Let's move on. Alrighty, so next up on my list of nostalgic Flash games is The Adventures of Jack, uploaded by Shagrat in 2003. Yeah, 2003. Now, before I go any further, I need to let you know that Newgrounds has adult content on it, so I had to adjust my preferences to see the adult content, and I absolutely did not get distracted by this other game known as Alabama It's Legal Bro. I did not play this game. I absolutely did not. Fine, I did. Damn it! Don't twist my arm. But anyway, it's not the best. But I absolutely did not enjoy this game. So anyway, The Adventures of Jack. So in this game, you play as a young man named Jack, and you're trying to navigate your first time doing drugs and doing it safely. Now, believe it or not, this is actually an anti-drug game, although it's presented in a weird package. I mean, don't get me wrong, as a sober person myself, I appreciate that, but this is a video game, damn it, I want to get high. So anyway, you play as Jack, and the first thing you do is select a dealer. There's an old lady, the Riddler from Batman for some reason, and a cop. So, if anyone knows how to get their hands on drugs, it would probably be the cop. So you pick him first. You ask him if he's a dealer, and he beats you up and takes you to jail, so oops. Next up, we select the old lady because, well, she probably has some prescriptions she's not using. You talk to the old lady and ask her if she's a dealer, and she beats you with her cane. Now, you don't get a game over here, so I guess it's all good. But you don't get drugs either, so we're back to square one. Next up, you talk to the Riddler. So you talk to the Riddler and ask him if he's a dealer, but the thing is, in my opinion, I don't take shit from Batman villains, so I tell him to go fuck himself. And then I leave and I get the good ending. Yeah, so it turns out the only way to get the good ending is not to do drugs. Winners don't do drugs, I guess. But anyway, that's boring, damn it. So I go back, you reload the game, and you talk to the Riddler once again. He then tells you, yeah, I'm a dealer, dumbass. What does it look like I am? I don't know, I feel like you're about to go and set up a elaborate trap in Gotham City or whatever. Anyway, he gives you 3 choices of wheat, detergent, and drugs. Now, I don't know how in the hell you know the difference, and I don't know why he would tell you, but you can select one of these 3 options. So, naturally, I decide to select a wheat first, and my character tries to inhale it, and it turns into...
That's it!
What's up, Iggy?
I've come up with a new recipe.
Can't wait to try it.
Do a loaf of bread in his nose. He then gets mad and the game ends. Now, I would think this would probably block your airway and you would die, but I mean, what do I know? Next up, you have the detergent. And if you select the detergent, well, your character expires. And the Grim Reaper comes to cart your body off and you get a game over. So that's not a good idea either. So next up, you're supposed to select the drugs themselves. You select the drugs, Jack goes home and decides, okay, well now how do I use them? And you have your option of a small dose, a normal dose, and a large dose. Alright, well, I mean, we're here to have a good time, so you select the large dose and your character, well, he overdoses and expires, so that's not good. Oh boy, I'm starting to see a pattern here, right? Next up, you select a small dose and your character just sort of gets mad and he's like, oh man, this sucks, and then gives up on using drugs, which, I mean, I would think you would just do more, but I mean, what do I know? Finally, you do a normal dose and your character decides, oh wow, this is great. He then goes back to the Riddler to get some more, but then both of you are then shot up by a rival gang, probably the rival gang from Pimp's Quest, but what do I know? And you both expire. The Grim Reaper comes to haul you off to real butt-pounding jail, and yeah, that's it. That's the end of the game. So what did we take away from this? Yeah, winners don't do drugs. I don't know why I remembered this. This one's kind of goofy, but I remember playing through this game. I just thought it was just kind of ridiculous. But hey, good effort though. Let's move on. Yo, can you give me 30 seconds? 30 seconds, please. Alright, hey, how's it going? If you're liking the video so far, please hit the like and subscribe button. I really appreciate that. And also, consider becoming a member. I do keep my leftover VODs of my streams, as well as some delisted videos there, just to give people something, but really, it's just to help support me, and I would very, very much appreciate it. It'll never be more than $1.99 a month to be a member, I promise. But other than that, hey, thank you so much for being here, and let's get on with the rest of the video. Alright, so our last game is Frank's Adventure, which is our feature presentation, as well as being the one that's the most explicitly adult on this list, which is a lot of fun, but also please hit the like button, as I don't know if this video will get out to anybody given its nature. Anyway, the last person I remember talking about this video, believe it or not, was Etika. God, I miss that guy so much, man. That was a gooner. I miss you, buddy. Rest in peace. Anyway. So this game was uploaded to Newgrounds back in 2003 by Weiss Mauselin. I guess I said that right. And believe it or not, it's probably our least polished game on this list, because you jump into the game and you're not given any objective or direction or any sense of, anything to do, right? The first thing you do is you walk into this building that says Boobs Illustrated, because, well, why wouldn't you? You meet this character who I feel like I should recognize, and he tells you that his magazine's about to go under because he has no pictures of naked women to publish. I guess he's never heard of money or women, I guess. The first thing I noticed when I played this game after that is that I have a health bar. So am I going to be fighting in this game? Well, not really, because the only things that hurt you, as far as I know, are the cars that you can run into and Beedrill? Beedrill again? Why does Beedrill keep showing up in these videos?
No, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah!
Alright, so in case it's unclear, what you're supposed to do is find 5 nude pictures in this game. Not nude models, but just nude pictures, and sell them to the magazine so they can print them, and the issue can be saved, I guess, for this month. So anyway, you walk around and the first woman you come across tries to buy drugs off of you. I guess she hasn't been watching my video, because winners don't do drugs, bitch. So I walk away from her after giving her the finger, but the next woman I come across asks me for drugs, only this time she offers to give me a nude picture in exchange, and my reaction is, well, I mean, for a nudie, I mean, yeah, let me get on that. So that's 2 people now that want drugs from me. Now again, I thought winners didn't do drugs, but apparently winners are nerds, so this is one of those games where it's like a puzzler, right? You have to kind of find what you need to do, and the sequence and the dominoes need to fall into place and all that sort of thing. So you go to the beach and you find a cell phone called a handy, which is just hilarious. Then you come up and you see this kid who, straight out of Digimon, I believe his name is Ty? I can't get away from this guy! Shouldn't you be yelling at me about learning Japanese and the tea been thrown in the ocean or something, whatever the fuck? Anyway, this kid here says, "Hey, mister, I need help with my Game Boy game." So you tell him, "Let me see that fucking game, kid." And you play this game and you find out it's hard as balls. It's only difficult because it doesn't follow any rules of physics, right? But once you get the pattern down, it's pretty easy. You can do it in your sleep. Anyway, you beat this game and Ty gives you a freaking nudie pic. Now, you're supposed to what? Sell this to the magazine? I mean, shouldn't I get like a release form, a consent form, maybe a lawyer involved or something? No. He just takes it straight to the magazine and says, "Here you go, give me money, please." And that's the first one. Also, I just want to point out that this is a young man from Digimon of all things, and I don't know what he's doing here, but why does he have possession of a nude picture? But you know, whatever. I'm not even gonna let's just move on. Now, it's worth mentioning that the art is actually really good in this game, and you can view these photos as much as you want until you sell them, but then they go away. I mean, you know, what do you expect? So anyway, after I sell the picture to the magazine, I come across this young man cutting grass who kind of looks like Shinji Ikari, but I'm not sure. He tells me that he gives us our first clue. He tells us that the harbor has drug dealers, so he's scared to go there. But for us, hey, that's good news. So I head straight to the beach, and guess what I find? Just a nude picture laying on the ground that I can immediately sell. Again, there's no lawyers or release forms involved. No, just here you go, son. Here, go and take a look. Now, I don't know what these are doing, just floating around, but you know, whatever. I go and immediately sell it. And by the way, it's not even that far away from the office. So, I mean, in this world, like, why? Oh, whatever. Who cares about logic? So I wander around the beach. That kind of reminds me of Survival Kids, which triggers me from how difficult that game was. I come up from the beach and I see this shoe store with another kid from Digimon who says, "I need the latest jive shoe. It'll make me goddamn fast." This made me laugh my ass off. So how could I say no to that? So I bought the shoe, and damn, does it make me goddamn fast. I mean, you really need to get these shoes.
Reebok pumps. You ain't shit without it.
So you run your ass to the beach where you find out that Spike Spiegel, of all people, is selling drugs. So you buy 2 grams to sell to 2 women, and you're on your way. So the first woman you sell drugs to, she just gives you money and you make a profit. So that's kind of cool, but also kind of pointless. The second woman, however, will give you a nude picture that you can sell later for money, which again is just more profit, but you need it in order to complete the game. Now, I know I said in my last video would make women mad, but I think this video, if any of my female audience, bless y'all, by the way, y'all are great. But if any of my female audience is watching, yeah, sorry. That is a bit offensive even to me. But at the same time, I mean, we're trying to save a business here, all right? Capitalism. Anyway, all right, that's 3 down and 2 to go. So we run up to the north and we see, using our shoes, we're able to catch this dog that has something in its mouth, we're told. Now, it's not a nude picture. No, that would be too easy. That would be insane, by the way. No, what it is a piece of paper with the phone number. We call the number using the phone we have that says nude pics for sale, which is convenient, and we go and we call this number where we're supposed to meet up with this woman to buy a nude picture from her at the nude theater. I guess at least this one's the most consensual so far, but you know, whatever. Anyway, on the way to the nude theater, we run into this asshole here who's probably unimportant and just a douchebag, and also thank you for making this great game. And then after that, we go to the nude theater, which I'm not showing you any nudity in this video, obviously. I mean, if you're seeing this video alone means that I didn't, because I'd be banned otherwise, right? We go to the nude theater, we buy this picture off of this woman, and that's our 4th photo. All right, so we sell that photo and we have 1 more to go. Now, I hate to be anticlimactic, but all we do is go up to the top right of the map and we find this schoolgirl who looks like she's from Love Hina, and she offers to sell us the photo, and we go and sell it, and that's it. We win the game. Hooray! Hey, at least the music in this game is pretty catchy though, right? So we get an end screen that says congratulations, and you saved the nudie magazine and probably caused it to have several $1 million of legal damages and will probably completely tank the nude media industry forever. But hey, you know what? It's all good. What did we learn from these games? Just in general. I don't know. Like, is there a message here? Does there have to be a message? Do I have to plug a message in? It's okay to be a gooner? No, not really. Okay, so these games were a lot of fun, but I gotta let you... So these games were a lot of fun, and they were a blast from my past, and it's really cool to see what just a couple of people could do way back then, you know? And honestly, I played these games when I was a teenager, and I didn't turn out crazy. Look at me. I'm just playing Alabama Simulator for fun, you know? But no, seriously though, these games were a lot of fun. And would you believe that Frank's Adventure went on to have 4 adventures? Well, at least that's what I see on Newgrounds. There might be even more. If you want to see me play some of those games, let me know in the comments below. I need to find out if these videos will even get allowed on YouTube or what y'all think of them. So let me know if you'd like to see more games like this. For now, oh, there's also a dating sims. Look at this. There's also a dating sims page on Newgrounds. That's something I gotta explore. If you want to explore that with me, let me know. But with that out of the way, thank y'all so much for being here. And hopefully, I'll see y'all in the next video. Y'all take care.